Hello guys and welcome to Outta City Cop. How are you all doing? Are you all looking forward to the Champions League final? It's not long now, what, 10 days I think it is or something like that. 1st of July, if you guys don't know, I'm sure you all do, but I am so pumped. I'm going to be in Liverpool watching the Champions League final at a screening. Touch wood, tickets go on sale tomorrow. M&S Arena. £10 a ticket, £5 for children if you guys didn't know. If you want to go and watch a screening in Liverpool, obviously it's in Madrid. Last season they did it at Anfield, but I think there's a Take That concert which is stopping that absolutely happening, and which is very, very annoying if you ask me. A Manc band is stopping Liverpoolians watching Liverpool at their ground, so I guess it's one up on them for the Mancs, I guess, oddly. But anyway, scrap that, I don't like Take That and all that, so it don't matter. Yes, transfer season is well and truly, or silly season shall we say, is well and truly underway, guys, because if you guys follow me on Twitter, sure, I'll put a link here, you know, claims today are saying that Liverpool might be going in and favourites for Gareth Bale. Right, let me just give you my little insight on Gareth Bale. One, he's 29 years of age. Two, it's definitely not going to happen. I'll be unbelievably shocked if Klopp sanctions a bid for Gareth Bale to get signed with Liverpool. And because the article that came out today is saying that the Champions League finalists, Liverpool and Spurs, are the front runners to be signing Gareth Bale. Let me get back to it. 29 years of age, his wage demands, the fee that it's going to cost, the fact that he is just so injury prone, it's unbelievable. But the only plus side to the Gareth Bale thing, I did send a tweet out with this, I thought it was quite funny. He does like to sit on the bench, doesn't he, guys? He does love a bit of golf, so the bench warmer might suit him. So for that alone, something could happen. But I doubt it, guys. I really, really doubt it. And again, there's been a lot of stuff that we've been transferred with. You know, Dybala. I don't see that happening. Who else is on the list that's been there frequently? Zaha's popped up. It's getting ridiculous. It is absolutely getting ridiculous for me, guys. The only things I would look at in terms of any transfer gossip at the minute, bearing in mind, guys, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to happen till after the Champions League final. It really isn't. If anything does happen, the only thing I'll tell you guys to pay attention to is the Lille shout. That's the only thing that I think at the minute has a bit of weight behind it. We've had scouts there, James Pearce and credible journalists have come out and saying, no, look, Liverpool have identified there's a couple of players that they may be interested in Lille. But all this other nonsense at the minute, guys, is just nonsense. Again, with the Ligt, utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. You've got to look at this. This is for the Ligt player. So, Liverpool's defence was the best in the league this season. We've just spent 70 odd million on Virgil van Dijk. Matip's just come into a fantastic bit of form. Bearing in mind, just on Joel Matip, I think for the last probably 8 to 10 weeks of the Premier League, or in terms of the football games, I think he was on a better standard than Virgil van Dijk. I thought he was absolutely unbelievable, especially when he drives forward. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold getting 11 and 13 assists, or 12 and 13 assists each. It's the fact that we would actually bring another centre-back in, bearing in mind we've got Joe Gomez, which a lot of people say, yeah, but Joe Gomez is injury prone. I think this last injury weren't his fault, if I rightly remember. It was a challenge, I think, so it was totally out of his control. It weren't like he was sprinting and he pulled up, if you know what I'm coming with. He's an unbelievable prospect. His pace as centre-back, and bearing in mind, guys, prior to him getting injured, I think in the Premier League we conceded 13 goals before Joe Gomez got injured. 13. So that's the level Joe Gomez is at. And the pace he's got, I just think it's ridiculous. As well as Joe Gomez, and the beauty of it, I don't see any defenders going. Joe Gomez can cover the right back position. Oh, barring him, obviously Alberto Moreno is going to go. But you know what I mean, Joe Gomez can cover the right back, he can play in the centre back, so he's going to get games there. Matip, cup runs. Lovren's probably the only centre back I could create an argument for, maybe to leave the club. But I don't see it happening. I really, really don't. I think the fact that Liverpool have had so many problems defensively over the years, like shockingly, you know, Brendan Rodgers' season when we nearly won the league, it was just literally like, you might score 3, but we're going to try and score 5. Same with Jurgen Klopp when he first came in his reign at Liverpool. We're past that, guys. We've actually made and moulded a great defensive back 5. But, you know, keeper and everything. The left back situation, I can see us probably going in for a left back, because I think that's where we're going to be majorly falling light. Obviously, I mentioned with Joe Gomez being able to drop into the right back position. Alberto Moreno looks like he's going to be leaving on a free this summer. So left back was going to go in for a position. I think that's the position that Liverpool are going to be going in for. Again, back to silly season. That Kelly player from, is it Bristol, who signed for Bournemouth? There was everyone on the YouTube and Twitter saying, "Oh, we're going to get him. He's going to come. He's going to come. Oh, my source is saying this. My source is saying that." And then he goes and signs 13 million for Bournemouth. So that's what it says with these guys' sources, and that's why I haven't been making much videos. Is because the fact that there is nothing in concrete, and that's why the videos haven't been churned out, guys. Is the fact that the nonsense that's been put on social media and on the news outlets at the minute is absolutely, it's just there to sell papers and read articles and get numbers and views and hits. It's clickbait. It is. And everyone's part of it. We've got to do it. YouTube, you've got to hit the clickbait to get the views in, to bring in other people. You've got to grab people's attention. I understand that. But it is utter nonsense. Back to Ligt. You know, there was people on Instagram, on Twitter saying, "It's done deal, it's done. It's going to be signed, it's going to be announced after the Champions League." If we do sign Ligt again, I'll be shocked. And this ain't me saying, "Oh, it's not going to happen." These people that we are being linked with is definitely not going to happen, because no, I don't know. But from years of just reading articles, following journalists, following Liverpool all my life, you see the patterns, and it is patterns, guys, and you see what's happening. The same story, if you notice, when you go and look at an article, it'll be the same quotes and pretty much the same write-up. So they've just been given a bit of information and it's been passed around, and they're all just getting on the bandwagon. That is all it is. And the fact that Liverpool are doing so successful, every top player at the minute we're going to be linked with, and so we've just got to decipher it. Pay attention to the journalists and who's sourcing the information, and then make your own decision. You know, think about it logically, guys. The defence has been outstanding. I can see us adding to it in terms of just like the left back situation, but as a centre back, I can't see it happening. Fabinho could drop in that centre-back role. He proved it and put in a good performance against Wolves. I can't remember the other team he did it. I think he played a couple of times this season and did an absolutely brilliant job. So the fact that we got him that can drop in there, and if he drops in there, Henderson can drop into his role, or Junior Wijnaldum can drop into his role, and then that opens space up for another midfielder. So I can see where we're at now, and I can see Jurgen Klopp going, right, no, we're good there. Obviously an addition at left-back, but we are pretty much solid. Like I said, guys, the things I would look for at the minute and I would pay close attention to is the Lille players with the scouting and stuff like that. Memphis Depay is massively hotting up. I'm not too sure with the Aouar, is it Aouar, the centre midfielder, and the other player, as well as Zunic or whatever. I can't remember his name or pronounce his name. I'm shocking at it. You'll know that by now, guys. Him, the little players, as well as maybe Timo Werner, they're the players that I would sort of pay my attention on at the minute. All the other nonsense, for me as it stands, is nonsense. That is just my opinion. Don't shoot me. Don't tie me up and walk me around the villages getting stoned to death and things like that. That's just my opinion. You know, things might happen. Gareth Bale may sign. But for me, I just can't see it happening, guys. I really, really can't. What I can see happening is Liverpool hopefully raising their hands with the Champions League trophy in 10, 11 days or whatever it is. If any of you guys are going to be in Liverpool watching the screen, drop into the comments. Let us know, guys. I'm bringing the camera. I've got a friend coming up who's going to help out doing recording, so I can interview some of you guys. If you're there, make sure to hit me up on Twitter. And also, guys, because with this silly season, the videos are going to be a bit sparse in terms of I just want to put out stuff that I believe's got some credibility to it. Follow me on Twitter, guys, because I will always have my input on daily, throughout the day. I'm always posting stuff on Twitter, so make sure to go and follow us over there, guys, as well as smashing a like and a sub on this video if you're enjoying it and want to watch me again. But guys, come on, also let me know your thoughts on what I have just said. Let me know your thoughts on players that you've heard of coming in and give your input on it. See if I can, agree with you guys and see, that's what it's all about. It's all about getting a bit of information, deciphering it, and creating your outlook on the situation. So yeah, guys, like normal, guys, just smash that like button, smash the sub button if you like.